To whoever this may impact, sometimes our lives have to be completely shaken up, changed, and rearranged to relocate us where we're really meant to be. Sometimes change feels like loss, transformation is scary, and sometimes to discover the best versions of ourselves, we must let go of absolutely everything that's holding us down. Welcome to I Missed Me, your new safe space. I'm excited to form a part of your healing journey. Let's define heartbreak. Most of us think of it as something tied to romantic love, like when a relationship ends. But heartbreak comes in many forms. It's that sharp, heavy feeling when you lose something or someone you deeply care about. It's betrayal, loss, rejection, and it is the moment you realize something isn't what you thought it would be. But here's the good news. Heartbreak feels overwhelming. It's not permanent. The pain of heartbreak lights up the same parts of your brain as physical pain. So when you say, "my heart hurts," that's not just a metaphor. It's your body reacting as though you've been physically wounded. And yet, your heart doesn't actually break. What's really happening is your heart, metaphorically at least, is being reshaped. When something breaks, like a plate, we think of it as ruined. But what if we thought about heartbreak like pottery, like this beautiful Japanese art form called kintsugi? When a piece of pottery breaks, it's repaired with gold, highlighting the cracks instead of hiding them. The piece becomes more valuable because of its imperfections, not in spite of them. Heartbreak works the same way. Every crack, every scar, and every moment you've been shattered is an opportunity to rebuild. And in rebuilding, you don't go back to the person you were before. You become someone stronger, wiser, and more attuned to what matters to you. Heartbreak can actually rewire your brain. When you experience loss, your brain goes through a kind of withdrawal. You are used to a certain level of connection, dopamine, oxytocin, and all the feel-good chemicals. When that's taken away, your brain screams, "what's happening?" But over time, your brain adjusts. It builds a new neural pathways. This is called neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to adapt and reshape itself. In this reshaping process, it mirrors what's happening emotionally. Every time you face heartbreak, your emotional resilience grows. It's like a muscle. What if heartbreak wasn't the end of something, but the beginning of something new? Every great artist, writer, and thinker has probably experienced heartbreak in some sort of form. Heartbreak is a catalyst. It's an alarm clock that wakes us up to who we're truly meant to be. Sometimes, when you're in a dark place, you think you've been buried, but really, you've been planted. Heartbreak feels like the end, but it's actually the soil where new growth begins. How do we move through heartbreak without letting it break us? Let yourself feel. Don't rush through the pain. Sit with it. Cry if you need to. And give yourself permission to grieve. Find the lesson. Every heartbreak teaches us something. Maybe it's about what you want in a partner, or maybe it's about the strength you didn't know that you had. Trust the process. Healing isn't linear. Some days you'll feel fine, and others, it'll feel like you're back to square one. That's okay. The important thing is to keep moving forward one step at a time. Heartbreak isn't the end of the world. It's the reshaping of it. It's not a break, it's a bend. A chance to turn your pain into something beautiful, meaningful, and uniquely yours. Heartbreak doesn't just feel like it's happening to you. It feels like it's consuming you. When you form a deep connection with someone, romantic or otherwise, your brain creates a bond, like a super high of trust and intimacy. This connection releases all those feel-good chemicals, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin. It's like a cocktail of happiness. When that bond is severed, your brain essentially goes into a withdrawal. It's the same process that happens with addiction. You crave what you've lost, and without it, your system spirals. That's why heartbreak can feel like a physical ache. It's not just in your head, your body's experiencing real symptoms. There's a study where participants looked at photos of their exes while researchers scanned their brains. The regions activated were the same ones triggered by physical pain. Imagine that, a breakup lighting up the same neural pathways as stabbing your toe or burning your hand. Just as your body heals from a bruise or a cut, your brain is wired to recover from this emotional pain as well. It's not easy, but it's possible. Imagine for a moment that your heart is like clay. When you experience love, connection, and joy, the clay gets molded. It takes form. And when heartbreak happens, It feels like someone smashed it. But here's the beautiful part. Clay can always be reshaped. A close friend of mine went through a devastating breakup a few years ago. They describe it as feeling like if they'd been shattered into pieces, but over time, realized that those pieces weren't lost. They were just waiting to be rearranged. Heartbreak doesn't destroy you. It chisels away the parts of you that no longer serve your growth. And while it's happening, it's uncomfortable. Just like shaping clay requires pressure, heartbreak requires us to endure moments of discomfort to become something new. Heartbreak isn't limited to romantic relationships. That's something we don't talk about enough. We think about the heartbreak of losing a friendship or the heartbreak of outgrowing a version of yourself. Have you ever had to leave a job or a city that you loved? That's heartbreak too. Heartbreak can sneak into all kinds of corners in your life, but it always brings it up with an opportunity to rebuild. Here's something we don't often think about. Healing is a skill. It's not something that you're born knowing how to do. It's something that you learn. When you were a kid, you probably got frustrated trying to tie your shoe, but you practiced it until it became second nature. Healing works the same way. It's an active process that takes time and patience. Self-compassion, we're often our own worst critics. But when you're healing, you need to treat yourself with the same kindness you'd offer a friend. Letting go of timelines. Healing isn't linear, and it doesn't follow a schedule. One of the best things that you can do is to stop comparing your progress to others. Finding meaning. This is a big one. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can this pain shape me into the person that I want to be? Healing doesn't erase the pain, but it transforms it. Heartbreak is one of the most powerful drivers of creativity. Some of the greatest works of art, music, and literature were born from heartbreak. You don't have to be a professional artist to do the same. Writing, painting, singing, and even journaling, these are all ways to process heartbreak and channel it into something meaningful. Heartbreak might take things away from us, but it also gives us something in return, the raw material for creation. Heartbreak is not the end of the story, it's a chapter. Yes, but it's not the whole book. If you're in the middle of heartbreak right now, know this, you're not broken. You're being reshaped into something even stronger, even more beautiful. Your heart is not breaking, it's expanding. With love, Mafe. Besties, if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to share with anyone that might need to listen. Don't forget that we have a membership where as soon as you sign up, you will receive an I Missed Me hoodie. Plus, you have access to an exclusive episode every single month, printable activities, meditations, monthly challenges, PDF guides, and behind the scenes content. Don't forget to follow I Missed Me on social media, I Missed Me Podcast on Instagram and TikTok, and subscribe to I Missed Me's YouTube channel, I Missed Me Podcast. I will see you guys on our next episode.